Hello, welcome to another video where I showcase a team in the Go Battle League, in Open Great League this time. At the time of recording these battles, I was pretty high elo, about a 3250 or so, which would be the page 1 of the leaderboard. My opponents are going to be pretty good, right? The team I'm going to be showcasing is Shadow, AWAC, Tapu Fini, and Azumarill. And these battles are from the Twitch stream that I did with Wholesome, right? There was a really good time. Definitely give him a follow on Twitch if you want to see some good content from him as well, because he's funny and a good battler. What else can you ask for? All right, let's go to these battles real quick. As you can see, I'm 25 elo here, and I lead my Shadow Marowak into an Alola Ninetales. Now, usually if you get the lead with Alola Marowak, teams in the back are not very strong against it. I'm usually counting on like a Medicham paired with it. Here I no shield a Sludge Wave on my Tapu Fini. I barely survive. My Tapu Fini is not that great, to be honest. It's only like a rank 1300. So IVs would be nice on it, but I don't have them, unfortunately. And now I lose Switch, which can be devastating. I will definitely shield a potential Sludge Wave here. The reason why I no shield is because if Swampert baits me, they can actually beat Tapu Fini in that matchup. So I tend to try and call it sometimes. They go double Hydro instead. I get some energy advantage on my Alola Marowak. And here we see that there's a Medicham in the back, which is not a great answer to AWAC. Because and they don't even throw Psychic here, which I know because I count their moves. But yeah, this is looking pretty good now. Shadow Alola Marowak, a very good core breaker here. Now I do have to say that sometimes Shadow Alola Marowak destroys, and sometimes you just hard lose, right? If you run into like a Bastiodon Sableye core, Marowak is not gonna do a lot. But good thing that if there's something like a Bastiodon or Swampert, there's usually not very hard answers to Tapu Fini and Azumarill in the back. Especially Tapu Fini is very surprising for a lot of people. The most common grass type that you'll face is Trevenant, and you actually win the zeros if you go straight Moonblast with slight energy advantage. I play against Frika, the runner-up from the EUIC International Championships. Really good player from Germany. I've played him many times. He's a Rainy Castrum lover, but he hasn't used it in a while, and he does like Altaria too as well. I usually don't like baiting in this match, because if they no shield, this matchup becomes so bad. Generally it's pretty neutral though, because I double resist Dragon Breaths, and my Moonblast will, with the water guns, as you can see how much they've added up so far, will basically almost one-shot this Altaria. They bring in Medicham here. I guess they want to get rid of this and not face my Alola Marowak, so they might even no shield this. They might even no shield here, but they do shield. And since my timer's up, I can preserve the Tapu Fini to be very annoying against something in the back. It might be a Registeel, which would not be ideal. But I know that Frika really likes his water type, so it might also be like a Swampert in the back. And Azumarill with a shield up is very strong. Very strong. There's not a lot of things that beat Azumarill with a shield up. And I should be able to get to another Shadow Bone here. This hits hard. I love this move paired with Shadow Alola Marowak. And it is Toxicroak in the back. This is a previous Caleb Peng team. I'm not a fan of it. If you run into Charm Alola Ninetales, I think it's very difficult to play out. Though those teams are not usually double strong against Fighter in the back, so I guess they have some play. I just have to make sure he doesn't catch my move, and I think Player of Kills here actually, but I'm just gonna make sure that if he has a rank 1 Toxicroak, he might survive. I don't want to eat a Sludge Bomb, because that will lose me the game. So yeah, my double fairies in the back, very strong against Frika there. Another very good lead. This is usually paired with like Registeel in the back, so that's usually what I'm counting on. I swap in my Tapu Fini into G-Fisk. Now, what you should do, trainers, is swap in your Azumarill here, because Azumarill is way more consistent here, especially if you have Hydro. G-Fisk usually don't shield. Because if, again, just like with Swampert, if they bait me here, they can win this matchup. Like, G-Fisk is that really ridiculously strong, even though I hit super effective water guns the whole time. Now the second move, they went to 4 Mud Shield, so I knew it wasn't an Earthquake. And look at this energy management. Because of my perfect energy management there, I get to this Moonblast. And this, they might no-shoot this. I don't think they want Medicham left against a Shadow Alolan Marowak. So they do let it go. That does so much damage. Does about 80% to a Medicham, and that's over either way. They weren't double weak to Alolan Marowak in the back, but they were double weak to my Waters in the back. In fact, they were triple weak to Azumarill / Tapu Fini. The Water Fairy combination is just incredibly strong. I bait the player off here. I do have Hydro. And they shoot it anyway, so that's fine. An Earthquake does about 40%, I believe, but they paid the Fire Punch here. I actually built a new Azumarill now, which is a rank 2, so I'm even bulkier now. This is currently a rank 50 Azumarill. Let's see. Oh, we got the Mirror here. Now, I'm a cheesy ABB player, so what do? If you don't get the lead you want, you swap. You just swap. You bait something out. There we go. We bait something out. This is not really an answer, but also kind of is. Fighters are surprisingly strong against Tapu Fini. Tapu Fini is not like fragile. It has like comparable bulk to like a Kofagrigus or a Sableye. But Toxicroak actually beats Tapu Fini in the 2 shields, just straight Mud Pump. Like, just for example, and even Medicham can beat Tapu Fini despite resist counters. They bring in Alolan Marowak again. I already know what's in the bag. It's gonna be Scrafty. It's gonna be Scrafty. So this game is basically over. Again, these wins look very easy because I have an Adventures team comp in many of these battles, fortunately. But again, there are like Bastiodon, Sableye teams out there. There are Bastiodon double grass teams. You lose against those, so it's not a 100% flawless team. You know, let me be clear on that. But I think the team has a lot of flexibility against the current meta. Like, because Registeel and Medicourse, those things, they just look, they stay in again because they might have like an Alolan Ninetales in the back, a Registeel, any of those. And Shadow Alolan Marowak actually does very well against Walrein too. You basically only lose that if they double bait you, which we're actually gonna see later. I catch a Psychic here. I think they're very weak to my Alolan Marowak. There's a Power Snow A9, which is also not an answer to Azumarill. Dazzling Gleam will hit pretty hard, but Azumarill can take it as the bulky monster that it is. I don't expect them to shoot there, so I got straight Hydro, because if they shield, like, I just farmed out my Alolan Marowak, so I don't see that happening. Yeah, they no-shield that. Very smart. And my opponent, I believe they're a player from Japan. They're counting perfectly here, throwing on the CMP. Obviously, I'm no-shielding that. There's no reason to get that move off, because I don't get my Fire Spin through here. But it doesn't matter. Like, I have my Alolan Marowak here, almost full HP, and they have a Wigglytuff. They have Medicham, Double Fairy, triple weak against Alolan Marowak. Now, I don't have Fire Blast to one-shot this thing, so guess Bone Club's gotta do it. But the damage will add up, though. The damage will add up. Look at the Fire Spins already adding up. I'm gonna go for the Shadow Bone here. It's double resisted, I'm aware, but it does pretty similar damage to the Bone Club, plus I have a chance for a debuff, which I don't get, unfortunately. It's about a 30% chance for a debuff there, and at this point I just fast move his Fairy team down. He has 2 more Pokemons, but that's fine. They don't hit much on my Tapu Fini at all. And that's a game. That's a game. I think another good player from Japan, I'm not sure. Pelipper, this is a very tough lead. See if I can make my way out of this one. I say Swap Azumarill actually, because I don't like Tapu Fini say Swap against it. If they stay in and like bait or go straight Hurricane, it becomes a pretty terrible matchup. I'm going to throw my player off immediately. I just want to get this as low as soon as possible, because let's say they swap out now, my Tapu Fini Surf might KO later. So that's why I just want this player off out of the way immediately. They might have like Fighters or a Bastiodon in the back, so it's looking pretty okay so far. I wait to see that Wing Attack come through so I can get my player off here. They might have something weak to my AWAC in the back. At this point, the Pelipper takes me out. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, I think I remember this battle. I don't think I win this one. Let's see. Because I believe they have a Swampert in the back. That isn't very strong against grass types, but it is what it is. If it works, it works. And they do. There's the Swampert. if they Earthquake me here, that will be very scary. That will be very scary. And since they hard swap here, I can't really read their team at the moment. They're already so weak to grass, so I'm not assuming another water type. I'm actually very confident in my AWAC in the back at this point. They do shield that now. That makes me very nervous. That makes me very nervous. Because do I just sack my... I can catch this. I could catch this. I definitely was considering it. But there's no way you're triple strong against AWAC here, right? Double water, it's already so weak against grass. You need like maybe, I don't know, maybe a Scarm, but it's a Digger speed. They were triple weak against grass. Oh, it is what it is. So see, sometimes Shadow Alolan Marowak is a hit or miss. This time my opponent has Azumarill lead. I say swap Tapu Fini. You could also say swap Azumarill here. It is sometimes paired with like a Nidoqueen, so in that case, if people swap really quickly just because they see the typing and not the Pokemon, Tapu Fini does better against Nidoqueen, right? You get some respectable damage off, you still lose it, but... There is the Nidoqueen actually. They threw a player off first and now go for the farm down. If I had a slightly better Tapu Fini there, I would get to that surf there. And now this is a very tough spot. I can't let my AWAC go, basically. I mean, I can be cool and call baits here, but I don't know about that. And they do not bait. This would one-shot my Alolan Marowak from here. Building up some more energy. Bone Club, actually a respective super effective move from Shadow Alolan Marowak. Normal Alolan Marowak actually is very bad with Bone Club, but I like Shadow Alolan Marowak, no, not gonna lie. They throw Earth Power again, taking both my shields, that's fine with me. Now I go for the complete farm down. And they kept the Poison Fang there, so that's kind of difficult. That's kind of difficult. I don't like that at all. Let's see what they do here. They might be very weak to Alolan Marowak in the back. I don't want it to lose much HP there. I'll farm down with Azumarill. The bubbles do way less, so I get more farm here. I believe their Nidoqueen dies in 2 bubbles, not in 1. They do have a Poison Fang stored. I am very aware of that. They did about 6 Poison Jabs and then swapped. And in the back is a Scrafty. This is the one thing that can do nothing against my Azumarill. If you have a Scrafty against my line, it's not gonna do a lot of work probably. Except in the lead, then there's usually poisons in the back. But regardless, it's looking pretty good at the moment. They might swap into Nidoqueen shortly. Their Wincon there, and they are very smart. This opponent is very smart because their Wincon is doing a CMP swap on me, which they didn't get because I waited for their swap, and now it's over because I have a move stored. Another great player from Japan. Dude, Japan players are OP. Walrein lead. Now I believe this might be the case I was talking about. If they stay in, it might be another Medicham or something like that in the back. So yeah, let's see. I'm just gonna go do AWAC things here. Just throw Shadow Bones. Get the defense drop real casually. I think they're weak, so I just shield here. And they bait. This will do very little damage, but unfortunately they bait me there. It's 4... If they bait, it's 4 Power Snows to the next Earthquake, so this could be another one. But they bait again! And I'm gonna take revenge here. But also I'm very aware that they outpace me at this point to the Shadow Bone. So I'm gonna catch the Earthquake. I want to preserve that Shadow Alolan Marowak. Let's see what comes out. They stay in, they build up some energy, probably to another Earthquake. I believe they need 1 more at this point, and they come with the Charm A9. I believe I get to 2 play roughs here, so I'm gonna throw that. They might not even throw their energy to get some more farm or something. Although actually they win this matchup, I believe. So let's see. So I think I get some farm on my little Marowak or something, or the simultaneous. Now I know that it would be very risky to just go into your low HP Walrein here, so I'm not expecting them to come in with that. I'll go into my Tapu Fini, which is a very good call. I survive any. Well, you've seen I survive. Actually catch the Earthquake here. But I would survive a Sludge Wave as well, barely. Obviously then Walrein Earthquakes me. But this is my Wincon. Now, Walrein was low, but I still need to Water Gun it down. It's not at like 1 HP. Let's see. This is the Earthquake. Now, does he need 4 or 5 Power Snows to the next move? I believe if it is 5 Water Guns, I might get to the CMP here. 4, 5 CMP on the 1 HP Ice School Spear. Very good game. That was not an easy win. Swampert in the back, or just Swampert in general, it can be quite some problems for this line. And we get another Walrein lead. Oh, I know this opponent. This opponent beats me every time. They have a Blastoise. They have a Blastoise. And I believe they run Ice Beam on it. So I'm not very... I know this is not Skull Bash. I'm not very afraid of what they throw here. Actually, straight Hydro Cannon. This gets closer than you might think. And I already see from miles... coming what's gonna happen here. I need switch, but also Walrein's gonna get so much farm on me. So that's not great. That's not great. There's gonna be a Swampert in the back. It's triple water with Walrein as the grass type coverage. Yeah, Walrein's gonna get a ton of farm here. I already see it coming. It's very smart and easy to play like that as my opponent. I am stuck. I cannot swap. I cannot swap. If I swap, my Alola Marowak is stuck on that Swampert. My Azumarill is too slow to stand a chance against that Walrein and Swampert combination, right? So, yeah, this is kind of where Azumarill lacks. It has nukes only, right? And it takes a while to get to those moves. So, yeah, they have quite some energy here. I think they're 1-off or so. And I'm just gonna let my AWAC go, I believe. I could shield, but if I go shields down, their Swampert becomes stronger. It is Shadows, so that means that if they would go straight Earthquake, I can farm down. So I'm very inclined to call the bait here. They don't bait. Very good call by me. I'll go for a Surf right here. What I want is get 2 shields, farm down, Moonblast the Walrein. Then I win the game. But it's not over yet, because they either get 2 Hydros or 1 Earthquake. Let's see. Oh boy. They might actually get to another Hydro too. I'm gonna no-shoot here, anticipating them double Hydroing. But they Earthquake, so I lose. This opponent's very good, it's very good. Reezy, I already know his line. These are the kind of teams I cannot lose against. I cannot afford to lose against these teams. I tend to build strong against these teams, because I hate them. With all due respect to my opponent, but a win lead and RPS in the back team looks very ugly on what the leaderboard should showcase, right? It should show skilled battlers, not just win lead, win game. Because my opponent has a Bastiodon and Deoxys defense in the back, right? If they run into a Swampert or G-Fizz lead, they're probably very dead here. What? Okay, apologies. Oh, I have my desktop audio off anyway. Alright, never mind. So they bring in their Deoxys in here. They go straight Psycho Boost. So I already know what they want. My timer's not up yet, so I'm gonna bring my Azumarill here. They're double debuff. What are they gonna do? If they swap in their Bastiodon now, then their Deoxys is aligned to my Alola Marowak. My opponent thinks that they're smart that I bring in my Alola Marowak, but no, I'm smarter than that. I know their line, so I already know what they're gonna do, right? Yeah. So I just Hydro here. I anticipate them keeping the shield for that Bastiodon. I'm not sure if they run an Excel Basti, but most people do nowadays. That double debuffed Psycho Boost does not do anything. I should be able to get the 2 Hydros here fairly easy. And then my Alola Marowak should be able to get to a Bone Club. Bone Club should do about 35% actually on a Bastiodon. Is double super effective. It's a weak move, as you may know from normal Alola Marowak, but it does job fine. And we even CMP here. But yeah, these are battles I really don't want to lose these kind of battles. These are the battles I don't want to lose. I don't think anyone wants to lose these. And I should throw my move immediately there. I don't know what I'm waiting for. Because if they get to another move and Psycho Boost with their Deoxys, I lose it. But I'm glad I win that one. I cannot lose that one. I definitely remember that team. And I'll always know how to play that. Alright, we run into another trainer, 123, and he leads Deoxys. I think like in these elos you play against the same people a lot. They throw an alignment, by the way, interesting. You play against the same people a lot, so I think he had like Deoxys double ice, but it could also be what FP6 used, like, right? what's that? Deoxys, Wallowing, Registeel. Because again, a lot of people use YouTube teams. And I would recommend mine. Mine are the best. Anyway, so I think it's like either a Reggie or A9 in the back. So I want to preserve that AWAC. AWAC looks triple strong against this line, but again, can't carry the whole team. So I'm just gonna use my Azumarill as a sponge here. If they get to 2 moves, I think I'm even letting them farm me down. I'm even letting them kill me, because if they get a lot of farm on me, that my AWAC might be in trouble. I could have thrown my move there just to be safer with alignment. Because imagine they have Swampert now, I just die. But I'm counting on AWAC. I'm counting on AWAC. Let's see what they have in the back. They come back in with Deoxys. Very good for me. Very good for me. They're gonna go for another Psycho Boost. I just shield. Because if it's alone on Ninetales, they might farm me down. And I've had that before, so I don't want that. It is Reggie though, so it was a very bad shield by me. And now Registeel can kill me with a Zap Cannon. If I go in Tapu Fini, they probably Zap Cannon and farm me down. So I don't want that either. I know this is a CMP. I was considering catching the whole time, but if I do that... Look, I tried to swap out at this point, but it's too late. But like, they just lock on me down, right? So that's not ideal either. Now my Tapu Fini can come in, and I'll pace to a Zap Cannon. We get to the same time at the Focus Blast, but Zap Cannon is slightly more expensive. And Tapu Fini should be able to survive a Thunderbolt from Deoxys as well. I should be good here. The Water Gun should add up enough that Servo KO him. Honestly, kind of wanted to let this through just to see how much it does. I haven't played Tapu Fini that much, honestly. It's like my first time playing it. And yeah, that wins me the game. Alright, Papito. That's someone I know from the Twitch channel. AWAC into Registeel. Very good matchup for me. This thing is very difficult for this line. If the opponent's team is not double weak to AWAC, it becomes a very difficult matchup. If your opponent runs something like a Medicham, Bastion, Lickitung, there's like no way of winning that almost. You have to get like shields down and maybe clean up with Tapu Fini. But my opponent is going to be very annoying. They're going to get a lot of energy on this Lickitung and uses their shields there, so they can preserve it for their for the AWAC, which is incredibly annoying. I think it's going to be a Medicham or something in the back, so... I am counting on AWAC at this point. I'm gonna bring my Tapu Fini in this in a bit. And I can't swap out, because if I swap out, this Lickitung gets back aligned to my AWAC later, so I can't do that. Gonna bring in the Tapu Fini here. They stay in still, which is interesting. I expect them to swap out a Registeel or something now. Again, I'm counting on my AWAC. I'm counting on my AWAC here. I'm expecting a Medicham in the back. I throw the Surf here. Can I get the farm down now? I want to get rid of this because the one turn lick might be dangerous later. There we go. And now I go back into the AWAC. In comes Registeel. Registeel is staying in. This might indicate that it's Medicham in the back. And if it's Medicham in the back, the Zap Cannon here does the most damage. Very bad timing by my opponent. It's like if they want me to win. Zap Cannon will debuff me, which is unfortunate. But 2 Shadow Bones still should take out a Medicham from here. I farm up as much energy as possible because I don't want to get hit by a Psychic yet. But at this point it becomes tricky because I believe I need to be at the Bone Club in about 2 or 3 fire spins, I believe. So I need to farm up more. I think I just have to take the Psychic, honestly. I think that was the play. But it will take me very low. Shadow AWAC is not as bulky as its regular counterpart. And yeah, I might get lock on down now. However, we save the Bone Club there. We barely don't get to that Surf, but we have a Bone Club store. Do we win this? Right, I clear my debuff. And here comes the Bone Club. No, I died to 1 lock on. I died to 1 lock on. That's so unfortunate. I'm wondering if the swap gave me 1 more damage there, because it takes 1 turn, right? Sometimes. An Azumarill lead. This is kind of difficult usually, because they might have Nidoqueens in the back, but we'll see. Looks like they're staying in so far. That might mean it's like a double Ghost line or like an Altaria in the back. I've seen those very old school lines. Looks like there's no Reggie. I should say swap Tapu Fini though, to be honest, in case it is Reggie, because Tapu Fini is better there. Going for a play rough. My opponent is 1 bubble ahead. Honestly, what I should have done was just throw immediately, because I don't know if they did as well. But if you throw immediately, the sneak is guaranteed anyway right now. It's like, so throwing immediately is your only shot of getting even on energy. And now they're one ahead of me, so that's kind of unfortunate. They even waited a second to make sure I don't catch. Very smart. Very smart. And I'll go into my Tapu Fini to farm this down, but they swap into Sableye right away. So this makes me think it's double Ghost. It could be with Trevenant. It could be with AWAC. It could also be Altaria still. Maybe it's not double Ghost. I have no clue. Alright. They baited with the foul play. I believe Sableye can win this in the 2-shield straight foul play because Shadow Claws just add up so much. And Water Gun is not a strong fast move. And now I'm gonna do something that might lose me this game. But again, that really depends on what they have in the bag. I am kind of predicting the Altaria here, which would still lose me now. They have another foul play stored at this point. They go into Azumarill, very smart by them, to catch my energy. But again, what does that mean? And they wait because they don't want my Tapu Fini to get far. Very smart. I should have waited, obviously, but I was just impatient. They have a Shadow alone on Marowak, and you're gonna see that taking them out because I was impatient is gonna lose me this game. It's gonna lose me this game. It's gonna lose me this game because I believe that Tapu Fini, because I now need to come out with 2 moves, right? I need to get to actually I need to move here, but I'm 1 Water Gun off. I'm 1 Water Gun off, and that may have lost me the game. Well, actually, now that I check pvpoke.com, Tapu Fini doesn't win CMP against Sableye at all. So I lost that game regardless. Maybe if I stay with Tapu Fini, and if I win the 2 shields, or I just get Sableye low and keep a shield for my AWAC, but I think that's all in hindsight. Sometimes it just is what it is, right? Sometimes it's just what it is. You don't know someone's team per se in advance unless you're like spreadsheeting. But I wasn't, so I didn't know. I didn't know what they have in the back. Teams can be wild these days. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. I really like the team. It got me pretty far. I almost got to 3,300. I think I dropped again after that, but now I'm gaining again. So I have it going for me, which is nice. So yeah, I hope you liked the video, and have a good one.